two Claude Code sessions, same repo, same branch. One is refactoring the auth module. The other is adding a new API endpoint in the same file. Watch what happens. Session 1 finishes, looks great. Session 2 finishes, and it just overwrote everything session 1 did. 20 minutes of work, gone. This is the #1 pain point of AI-assisted coding, and most developers just accept it. They run one session at a time. They wait, they waste hours. But there's a flag, a single flag, that makes this problem disappear forever. The flag is called --Worktree, and it does something brilliant. Instead of running Claude Code in your current directory, where every session fights over the same files, it creates a completely isolated copy of your codebase, its own directory, its own branch, its own world. Think of it like this. Your repo is an apartment. Normally, every Claude session is a roommate sharing the same kitchen. Worktrees give each one their own apartment. Same building, same address, but completely separate living spaces. No fights over who left the dishes in the sink. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Here's the simplest way to use it. Open your terminal, type Claude-Worktree, and give it a name. That's it. Claude creates a directory at .claude/worktrees/featureauth, checks out a new branch called featureauth, and starts a full Claude Code session scoped entirely to that directory. Your main working tree? Completely untouched. Now here's what's beautiful. Inside this Worktree, Claude has full access as to every file. It can read, write, run tests, execute commands. It's not a sandbox toy. It's a full-power agent with its own isolated playground. And when it's done, if it made changes, the Worktree sticks around for you to review. If it made no changes, it cleans itself up automatically. No stale branches, no orphan directories. Watch this. Now let's do what the title promised. 3 features, 3 sessions, all at once. I have a real project here, a Next.js app with an API layer. Here's my task list for today. Task 1, fix a bug in the authentication middleware. Task 2, add a new dashboard endpoint. Task 3, refactor the database queries to use connection pooling. Normally, that's a full day of work. Sequential, one at a time. Let's do all 3 in parallel. Terminal 1, Claude, Worktree, bug fix auth. I tell it, there's a race condition in the session validation middleware. Find it and fix it. Terminal 2, Claude, Worktree, feature dashboard. Build me a new analytics dashboard endpoint with chart data aggregation. Terminal 3, Claude, Worktree, refactor DB. Migrate all raw SQL queries to use the connection pool. And now I sit back. 3 agents, 3 branches, 3 isolated copies of my codebase, working simultaneously. No conflicts, no overwrites, no chaos. Fast forward 5 minutes. All 3 sessions have finished. Let me check the branches. Bug fix auth. 2 files changed, race condition patched with a mutex lock. Feature dashboard, 4 new files, clean endpoint with tests. Refactor DB, 11 files updated, all queries migrated. And here's the magic moment. I merge all 3 branches into main. Clean merges, no conflicts, because they were all working on different parts of the codebase in completely isolated directories. But here's where it gets really interesting. What I just showed you? I did it manually. 3 terminals, 3 commands. But Claude Code has a flag that automates this entirely, the --tmux flag. Combine it with Worktree, and Claude launches itself in a detached tmux session. You don't even need to keep the terminal open. It runs in the background, works on your task, and you check the results whenever you're ready. So instead of babysitting 3 terminal windows, you run 3 commands, close your laptop, go get coffee, and come back to 3 completed branches. And it gets crazier. The community has built tools on top of this. Workmux, Muxtree, Claude, tmux. These tools let you spin up named Worktree sessions, monitor their progress in a dashboard, and merge results, all from one command. The ecosystem around parallel Claude Code development is exploding right now. But there's one more thing I need to show you, because Worktrees aren't just for human-driven sessions. Claude Code itself can spawn Worktrees automatically for its own subagents. This is the feature that changes how you think about Claude Code. When you give Claude a complex task, something that involves multiple files, multiple concerns, it can break that task into subtasks and spawn subagents to handle them. And each subagent can run in its own worktree. You don't even have to set this up manually. Just add isolation::worktree to your custom subagent's front matter. Or simply ask Claude, use Worktrees for your agents. Here's what that looks like. I give Claude one prompt: refactor the entire API layer to use a new validation library. Claude thinks for a moment. Then it spawns 3 subagents. One handles the route handlers, one handles the middleware, one handles the test suite, each in its own worktree, each on its own branch. They run in parallel, finish independently, and Claude, the parent agent, reviews all 3 branches and merges the results. You gave one instruction. Claude deployed a team. This is not science fiction. This is a markdown file and a flag. And when subagents finish without making changes, the worktree cleans itself up. No orphaned branches cluttering your repo. The cleanup is automatic and silent. Before you go spin up 20 worktrees, here are the things I wish someone told me. Tip 1. Add .claude/worktrees to your Gitignore. You don't want worktree directories showing up in version control. Tip 2. You can't check out the same branch in 2 worktrees. Git prevents this to avoid conflicting commits, so always use unique names. Tip 3. Build artifacts don't carry over. Each worktree is a fresh directory. If your project needs a node modules install or a build step, the agent will need to run it. Plan for that. Tip 4. Worktrees shine when tasks touch different parts of the codebase. If 2 agents need to edit the exact same file, you'll get a merge conflict. That's not a worktree problem. That's a task planning problem. Split your work so each agent owns a clear domain. And tip 5, this is the big one. Combine worktrees with agent teams. Worktrees give you the isolation. Agent teams give you the coordination. One handles the infrastructure, the other handles the communication. Together, you have a fully autonomous AI development squad. That's not a tutorial for today, but if you want to see me build that, hit subscribe. One last thing, worktrees aren't always the answer. If your task is small, a one-file fix, a config change, just run Claude normally. The overhead of creating a worktree isn't worth it. If your tasks are deeply interdependent, where Agent 2 needs the output of Agent 1, don't parallelize. Run them sequentially. And if you're on a shared repo with other developers, communicate before spawning 10 worktree branches. Your teammates will thank you. But for everything else, parallel bug fixes, simultaneous feature development, isolated refactoring experiments, worktrees are the single biggest productivity unlock in Claude Code right now. The bottleneck in AI-assisted development is no longer how fast the model thinks. It's how many tasks you can feed it at once. Worktrees remove that bottleneck. If you want to see me combine worktrees with agent teams to build a fully autonomous AI dev squad, subscribe and I'll make it happen. I'm TechWhistle. Go ship something.